How's it going, my evil residents? Today we're going to take a look at all of the weapons in Wolfenstein the Old Blood because it is a game that I'm playing right now and we're going to rank them worst to best. I will say I only played this game on the medium difficulty. If you're looking for a weapon guide for the hardest difficulty for Uber to get you through that, first of all, God help you. Second of all, I haven't played that, but I assume the weapon ranking will be kind of similar because the weapons in this game are either ass or very good. So yeah, let's get right into the video. First up, in last place at number 9, we have the regular knife. Because in a game where a different melee weapon is the main gameplay mechanic of the entire game, except for the first chapter, another melee weapon is just not going to be useful. Because with the pipe, you can zipline, you can climb walls, you can do a bunch of stuff, you can do all these cool melee attacks, it does more damage. The regular knife doesn't do any of that stuff. The only thing that the knife has that is cooler and more useful than the pipe is its finishing moves. Bring me a little bit more joy than the pipes do. That's about all the knife has going for it. Also, you can flip it literally whenever you want. That's very cool. Yeah, it goes in last place because it's basically worthless. In 8th place, we have the MG46, or the heavy machine gun, which is the thing that the super soldiers drop when you kill them, or that you just find on turrets. The main reason this is in last place has nothing to do with the damage. The damage is good. It has everything to do with the fact that it makes you incredibly slow. This thing makes you slower than Gary the Snail. It is horrible. You will die if you use this and you're not incredibly good at taking cover. On medium difficulty, I was already dying if I got caught without any cover trying to pick one of these up. I can't imagine this thing being viable whatsoever on a higher difficulty unless it's mounted somewhere where enemies can't get to you. So basically the one boat section, that's about it, where you have to use it. Yeah, I mean, it's a good damage gun. It's useful. It just makes you way too slow. I wish you were a little bit faster while using it. You also need to unlock a perk to carry this thing, which makes it kind of a pain in the ass to use whenever you feel like you need to use it. It's pretty much only good if you're replaying the game. So yeah, the MG46 is okay. It just ends up at number 8. Number 7, we have the handgun 1946, or the pistol, or the Luger. It's basically just a slightly more roided out Luger. It's okay. The main reason it goes at the bottom of the list is because for normal weapon combat in this game, it's just not that great unless you're like in a pinch where you don't have ammo or you just lost stealth and you need to take out a couple guys to get your bearings and reload your weapons. That's about the only times it's good. I would recommend, if you are using this, always dual wield it. Have one suppressed and one unsuppressed because the iron sights suck for this weapon. The reticle is much more useful for hitting literally anything. And if you're hitting anything too far away, just don't hit it. If the hipfire reticle isn't going to help you hit it, just don't try to shoot it with this gun. It's not going to do enough damage anyway because I'm pretty sure this game has damage fall off. So yeah, this is your go-to stealth weapon. It's okay for that, but it's not good for anything else, which puts it below pretty much everything else on the list because it's good. It's just not that useful except for one specific scenario. At number 6, we have the handy dandy, trusty, dusty pipe. Because, I mean, it's the pipe. What more do I have to say? It's on the poster of the game. What more do you want me to say? You can climb walls with this thing. You have multiple different melee and blocking attacks with this thing. You can use it in stealth. You can take down super soldiers with this thing. You can take down the dogs with this thing. You can zipline with the pipe. It's really good at taking down the shamblers or the zombies or whatever you want to call them. Literally, if you have the pipe in like combined mode and Gary's mod whacking mode, you can take down the zombies, at least on medium difficulty, in one hit as long as you're hitting them in the head. So yeah, the pipe is just good and you need it so often to progress the game that I felt bad putting it higher because it's not a gun and you can't just solo encounters with just the pipe unless you're really good at this game or you're playing on the easiest difficulty. But also, it is very handy and I would say it is more handy and more useful than the suppressed pistol or just the pistol in general. It goes at number 6. In 5th place, we have the shock hammer, or the shotgun that you have for most of the game. This thing has, it has really good damage, right? It just, I don't know if it has a wide spread or it just has like the shortest range in history. Like, you know that meme where it says shotguns in real life versus shotguns in video games? That meme is about this shotgun right here, because at a certain point, it feels like it does 0 damage. It does like 0.0001 damage. Then behind that point, it does like 1,000,000 damage. It insta-kills things. It literally turns enemies into just red mist. It's kind of insane, but it's also really frustrating, because if you aren't super sure of what that range is and you try to use it, you're done. You're done for. You will get destroyed. So between that and the fact that there is a better shotgun that you get in the game, it just lands at number 5, because while it does do good damage, if it's not in that really short insta-kill range, it's only useful if you dual wield it. Number 4, we have the Kampf pistol, which is basically just a little mini grenade launcher, like the compact grenade launcher from GTA. It is literally basically that, but it looks more like a Nazi weapon. It's okay. The main drawback for this weapon is that it looks like it has splash damage, but it really doesn't. It has like the most piddly tiny puddle amount of splash damage that a grenade launcher could possibly have. And if you direct hit, it will insta-kill pretty much any enemy, which is amazing. But if you don't direct hit them, you're stuck there reloading, and you've been getting shot this whole time, and you're probably gonna die. So if you're good at landing your shots and you're confident you can get a direct hit, it's really good, and the game doesn't give you that much ammo for it, so it's really useful, and it will get you out of a jam. But the fact that if you miss, you'll die, it doesn't really have splash damage, and you don't get that much ammo for it in the game, it goes in number 4 because these top 3 weapons above are just more useful overall in the game. I will say though, this weapon absolutely destroys the final boss. If you're in the final boss, or the last level, save all of your Kampf pistol ammo for the final boss. Trust me, you will thank me later. In third place, we have the double-barreled shotgun. I'm gonna put the one from the beginning of the game and the one from the end of the game on the same spot here, the sawed-off and the non-sawed-off, because they're basically the same. One of them is just longer. I mean, this weapon has so much range. It is insane. From all the way across the room that you start in, like in the prologue when you get the long-barreled version, it will kill any enemy at any range in that room in one shot. It's ridiculous. And it's the same for the latter half of the game. It kills all the shamblers in one hit, kills all the regular guys in one hit. It kills the orange shotgun guys in one hit as well. This shotgun does so much damage, it's insane. The only reason it's not higher is because you don't get it except for the first chapter, and then the last 2.5 chapters of the game, and it's a double barrel shotgun, so it has to reload all the time. So you can take out like 1, maybe 2 enemies at a time. So those 2 things just make it less useful than the top 2 weapons. It's still really, really good. Just edges it out from being in the top 2. In second place, we have the Bombenschuss, which is basically just a sniper, but harder to pronounce. This thing's really good. It does deceptively high damage. You can shoot almost any enemy in the head in this game, and it will kill them 1000%. And then any regular enemy, a body shot will still kill them. So it's really, really useful. And I would imagine on higher difficulties, body shots won't. But with how reliable it is to get headshots with this gun, that should be a problem. So I'd assume it's still good on higher difficulties. And then you can upgrade it to have a 10-round magazine, which is so useful. Please use this when it has the 5-round mag so that you can get it to the 10-round mag as soon as possible. It is incredibly useful, and the fact that it has the toggleable scope is so handy for taking out enemies that are slightly too far for the assault rifle, because sometimes it's just too hard to hit things with the assault rifle. It has good range, but the amount of kick it has in the burst mode makes the burst mode basically useless, but we'll talk about it in a second. This covers that base, and it covers anything from medium on range. You can even use it close range, just hip fire it, because despite the fact that it's a sniper, it doesn't do what other games snipers do and give it a really wide hip fire. You can still hip fire it like normal. It's kind of insane. So yeah, this goes at number 2 because it's honestly good at pretty much most ranges. I would say it's not super good for close range, which is why the other weapon ends up in first place. In first place, the number 1 spot, we have the Assault Rifle 1946T. or the roided out STG-44 or the assault rifle, literally whatever you want to call it. This is going to be your go-to weapon throughout the entire game. I guarantee it, because it gives you the most ammo for this gun. When this thing dual wields, it deletes everything. You can mow down pretty much anything except super soldiers. It has really good range. It has a burst fire mode for long distances. So I would recommend, if you're not sure you can kill an enemy with that burst fire in that one hit, don't use it, because the recoil is insane and you're better off just using the automatic fire and just feathering the trigger. You will guaranteed kill them faster than you would if you were using the burst fire. It's a moderate damage assault rifle, but because its fire rate is so high and you can dual wield it, if you need that extra damage, you can pull out the dual wield and you're mowing everything down. You can even dual wield it, use one, and then while you're reloading that one, use the other one, and it's so handy. It's so useful in every scenario that I had to put it at number 1. It's your workhorse throughout this entire game, more so than either the shotguns. It's more versatile than the Bombenschuss, so it's just really good. The only thing it doesn't really excel at is heavies, but then again, you can dual wield it and still melt heavies pretty quickly. That's going to do it for the ranking for all the guns in this game. If you want to see more videos on this game, feel free to let me know in the comments. If not, too bad, I guess, because I still might make another video anyway. If you like the video, drop a like and subscribe if you, maybe not more content like this, but I regularly make Resident Evil content. So if you like Resident Evil, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell if you want. We do also have channel memberships up on the channel, so if you would like to help out a little more directly with the channel, they start at 99 cents. I'll put the perks on the screen. And yeah, if you watched the video and you enjoyed it, thank you very much for watching, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Also, thank you for 3,000 subscribers. We just hit 3,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Thank you very much. And yeah, stay evil, my residents.